Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we studied overview of data frame and also data sets. That means structured APIs. As a part of this lecture, we'll try to understand what is schema in the context of structured APIs. Do you guys remember what is schema? Yes, of course, right? Schema is very simple. Schema defines the name as well as the type of each column. Let us take an example here. In this case, we have 3 columns, 1, 2 and 3. In this particular column has a name and type is string. This particular column, subject is the column name and also string is the data type. And the third column, the name of the column is marks and the data type is int. So this is what we can call as a schema. I hope that was a good revision. Nothing great about it. Now, if you want to define the schema in Spark, you can do it in 2 ways. One is we can define the schema manually, or we can read a schema from a data source. What does that mean? We'll be discussing how do we define the schema manually in next slide. When you come to the data sources, assuming that you want to create a data frame, you can create the data frame as we have already seen from the rows, or we can create a data frame from the sources. So sources being, it can be a file or RDBMS databases also. When you want to create a schema, what you can do is either while reading the data from the sources, the schema can be created, right? So these are the 2 ways of creating the schema. Let us see how does the schema look like. First and foremost thing is, schema is of a struct type. We need to have some data structure to hold the schema as well, right? So here we will be using a struct type. Struct type is in turn made up of struct fields. Struct fields are in turn made up of 3 important things. One is the column name, the second one is the type of this particular column name, and the third one is the boolean flag. And also if you want to provide, you can provide the metadata also. Just to recollect, schema is of a struct type, which is made up of number of fields like struct fields, which in turn has column name, type of the column and also boolean flag, and also if you want we can have the metadata also. We'll try to understand all these things with an example here. Assuming that I want to define a schema for this particular data frame, which has 3 columns, first, second and third. The first column name being destination country name, the second column name being origin country name, the third column being count. So in order to define a schema for this manually, the way we can go ahead and do that is go ahead and define the name of the schema. This can be name. So usually depending upon the project we have to name it properly, or if you really want to practice you can give some hero, heroine name also. This is the name of the manual schema. As we already discussed, that will have a struct type. Within struct type we have struct field as well, 1, 2 and 3. Within struct field we have a name, and this is the data type of this particular column, and this is a boolean. What is this boolean doing here? Any thoughts? So this boolean represents whether this particular column can hold the null values or not. True means it can hold the null values, false means it cannot hold the null values. If you see here, manual schema, name of the schema, struct type, within that we have a struct fields, within the each struct field we have a name of the column and we have a data type and also boolean. In the similar manner you can see all the 3 columns are defined here. This is how we go about creating a manual schema. Thank you.